Let's go to, so we're discussing assertions, right? So let's open JMeter. So what is assertion used for? What is use of assertions?
To check our expected result, to validate.
So if Nirila, if assertions pass, do you have any extra element in our listeners, or it will only display the in the case of failure? Nirila, you are on mute.
Yes.
Yes, it will display the extra things. And also, sorry, it will display only the highlight only when it's a case of failures, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's quickly check the response code. So we check response code, right? Let's check the response message. So select response message means this assertion will check the field of response message. So what is response message? So let's run and check. For any request, it has response code and response message. If you go to any request, this is a response code 200, right? Response message, okay. So let's go to our assertion. Okay, I'll remove the not. Not is for negative, right? If you don't want to expect it, then only use not. So I'll give okay here. Okay, get comments, then run the script. Okay, you got okay. That's why it got passed. Correct. Suppose if I let's make it pace fail it. Let's say yes is there. So it failed because it doesn't have that assertion. Fail extra swing and then yes. It's clear, right? Same for headers. What is response headers? What is response headers? So in the response body, along with we have response headers where it has server metadata. Any cookies, cache, the available in the server data only. Right? If I want to check something here. Okay. So let's check. Let's copy this. I want to check whether this is there or not. What I'll do, come to here and response headers and click on add from clipboard. Okay, I'll remove the S part. Right? If I run the script now, it will check the response headers. Okay, it got passed because the get comments in the headers, it has that line. Okay. So why you're using custom failure message? If you don't want, I mean, if whatever JMeter default is giving the error message, if you don't want it, you can keep the custom failure message there so that it will override it and it will be the message. So based on assertion, based on logic, whatever defining here, you can use this one. It's clear, right? Response assertion.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Now let's go to other assertion. Right click, add assertion, size assertion. What is the size? Size is nothing but when you're downloading a file, right? We'll get some size now. If you go to our view registry, if you go to sample result, we have size, right? This is size. It means this has downloaded this much of bytes. 2533 bytes, nothing but 2.5 KB. Okay, so whenever you are using this response, now it is response, but for this response, it has this much of size. When you're downloading a file, right, 5 MB file, then you will see big size here, big number here. Converting your 5 MB into kilobytes into bytes. Okay, so in that case, you use size assertion. Okay, I want to check the full response here. What I'm saying, let's put, I should be having more than, let's assume that I have more than 1000 bytes. Okay, so then if I run the script now, you won't get any error because what is size here? What is number?
More than 2000. 2537.
2537. No, what I have given? What I have given here?
1000.
1000.
So it's a greater than, right? So it
Yes.
will pass. Let's make a file less than it. Now, if I run the script, see it's failed. Say size is highlighted and it was 374 byte, but should have been less than 1000. Okay, so why we have to size assertion? For response, you know that, okay, we need to validate something. That's why. For what is the use of size in the real time? Because when you're downloading files, now most of the times, you don't have to go response body and check the content, right? Whether the file is data or not. Because for normal responses, we don't have the option. We have to go there and check it only, correct? But for size, for files, it has size also, right? If I check the size, that's enough now. If I'm downloading 5 MB files, if I get 1 MB or 1 KB, what does that mean? It means it doesn't download a file, right? Correct or not?
Yes.
Right? So in that case, we can use size assertion. So this will be only useful when I'm downloading the files. If I'm expecting 5 MB, if 4 MB file, that's fine. But you got less than 5 MB, less than 1 MB, you are getting like 5 KB, 10 KB, that doesn't mean it's not downloading a file, right? So that's where the size assertion is used. So you can check all other options. Exactly greater than, less than, you can use any other option to get our size. Okay, so let's go to other assertion. Duration assertion. So what is duration? What we're doing a load test right here. So what is the main value you'll be expecting most of the times? The response time. Right? So whatever the assertion we use till now, rise, size, and responses are kind of functionality checking, not our load point of view, correct? Right? Not load point. That this assertion will help us in the response time. Suppose my client wants all the response times should be less than 5 seconds. Let's go to our aggregate report. Okay. So what we got here, 1 second, 0.1 second, 0.2, 0.006, 0.1, like this, right? So I want assert or I want highlight which are the responses times are not particular than sometime. Then you can use a duration assertion. So duration assertion is nothing but to highlight or to find out which response are taking more time, which response is taking less time. Simply go duration assertion. You will give the value here. So I says I'm expecting a 5,000. It means 5,000 milliseconds means how many seconds?
5 seconds.
5
Five.
5
seconds.
seconds. So I'm expecting I want to highlight my request or I want to fail the request, which is the request taking more than 5 seconds. Let's run the script. So on which value it will assert? See, for the size assertion, on which value is assert? Size in bytes, right?
Yes.
So now duration assertion will assert on the load time. Whenever our load time is then less than the whatever given in the value, it will fail that. What is the load time I got here? Sorry, let's get comments. No? Okay, let me put size assertion in the wrong normal size so that it will pass. Okay, where do we keep the size assertion? Duration assertion, get comments, right? So let's go to get comments. What is your response time here? 35 millisecond. What I have given? What I have given? 5 seconds. 5,000 milliseconds means whenever request is less than our given time, it will pass. Suppose if I give 5 here, means I'm expecting my get comments response time should be less than 5 milliseconds, and it will fail whenever our get comment response time more than that. Okay, now let's run and see. See, it failed. It says duration assertion. It says it took 35 milliseconds, but should not have lost longer than 5 milliseconds. Well, I have given 5, right? As expected, but it took more than that. Now, assume that if I put this duration assertion in the top, what does it mean?
It is for all the load.
Request.
What is scope here? It's a global scope, right?
Yeah.
It means this assertion will applicable to each and every request. Means every request will check is a less than millisecond or not. Suppose if I run the script now, So everything is failed. Why? Because if I expand it, I given 5 milliseconds, na? And all the requests are more than that. So it's a 1126, it's a 109, it's a 37, it's a 33, it's a 1113. Or you can go to aggregate report, you can see here what is the values. So all are less than 5, so greater than 5, that's why it's failed. Now if I make this make to 5 to 5000, then now all the requests will pass or fail.
Pass.
And you see, right, all 100% error because failed, right? Now if I run the script now, you'll get 0 and pass because all are less than 5 seconds. That's the duration assertion. Clear? Right. So now let's go to our JSONs. Very, very important JSON. Let's go to our Swagger pet. Okay. Swagger. Because I need heavy JSON to test it. If you check here, get find by status, try it out, available, execute. You are a very big JSON, no? If you observe here. The more the bigger the JSON is more complex, correct? So let's hit this API. So let's copy this, Control C, add sampler, HTTP request, get available status. Okay, now what I have to do, Q? What is the protocol here? What's the protocol?
HTTPs.
HTTP?
Yes.
Yes. What is server name?
Pet.swagger.in. Nextdoor.swagger.in.
What is the method?
Uh,
What is the
Get.
method here?
Get.
Na?
Get.
What is the path?
Find by.
No.
Yeah, v2 pet.
Yeah.
v2
v2 / pet. What is query parameter?
status is equal to.
Available.
Yeah, status equal available. So can I write status equal available here or here? And the parameters. Which place I need to write?
In the URL also we can.
Yeah. Others? We can write in both or only one place?
We can write in
No,
both.
yeah, at least one. At least one.
Any one of place, right?
Yes.
Now, that's a one way. Other way of defining is you can directly copy paste enter line here in the path. But this is not advisable way. Okay? You can copy paste enter line here also as it is. Instead of defining this. But it's not advisable, but it's also work. Okay, because why it's not advisable? Because whenever you want to change anything now, you have to come here and change these lines. So a bit confusing. So try to always use like this, but it's also one of the way. Okay. Let's run the script and see. Get available status. So we got this very big JSON. Okay, let me convert in text into JSON to understand much. The registry, we have this option, correct? JSON. Okay, now I want to know fish is there or not. I want to know fish is there or not. So what I'll do simply, if you want response assertion, I will go to response assertion, I will add fish is there or not, correct? So, but if I search here, how many fishes are there? You are seeing right in the last line, there's a lot of fishes, correct? See? So what happens, response, what it will do? Whenever it match fish, any fish, it will pass it. Then is it really proper assertion for our scripts? Is the correct way to do that?
No.
No, right? Because we don't want to do that. We want to know particular element, particular object. Let's say this is one of the JSON object, and this is a particular JSON array. In this array, I want to know this fish is there or not. Or I want to know if my ID is this one, I want to know what is the name of the pet of this ID. Or I want to know what is status available. Based on status available, I want to know what is a fish. So only I want to know condition base, right? Or index base. No, I want to know this index. In that cases, yeah. Guys, please mute. Okay. So in these cases, what we have to do, right? We can use JSON assertions. Normal response assertions won't work here. Especially whenever response type is kind of JSON, you should always try to use JSON assertion only, not response assertion. Because JSON has an assertion as a flexible to assert in a root level or sub level everywhere. Clear, right? Why are you going for JSON assertion? Because when you want to assert in a particular element way, particular loop way, particular or condition based way. Because in the response assertion, we can't do those things. It is generic. Correct? It's a generic way. So whenever a response in JSON and whenever you want to condition based or particular like element based, so we have to go for JSON assertion. So before using JSON assertion, you should learn JSON expressions. Or it is called JSON path. Okay. So in our JMeter, whenever using any JMeter, so JSON component like JSON assertion, JSON processor, something or other. For all those things, you should know JSON expression or JSON path. It's very, very important. JSON expression or JSON path. What it is? JSON expression are nothing path to nothing but to identify, to extract the any value. Okay. So to learn that, first what you have to do is, so to load regular expression, what we did, on which component we have used here to test our regular expressions? Which component we have used?
Dollar.
The component name.
Regular
Regular expression
Tester. Regular expression tester. Same way to learn or to test, we have a JSON path tester. Where is the JSON path?
The above one.
No, just not
Fifth
this
one.
one. Yeah, JSON path tester, correct? This one. Okay. So let's understand the expression. So by default, in the regular expression, what we did, how we written expressions, we know our value is changing every time, and the value to left side and value to right side is changing. Correct? That's why we fixed our expression using brackets, dot plus question mark, and we fixed our left and right side. Same as in JSON expression, we have some common techniques to use that. So first thing is dollar represents our entire data. See, if I do test, right, dollar. So this dollar represents our entire JSON data. See, right, result of 0, enter data. Now, let's go to the starting. So dollar represents, now I found a way, right, to get entire data. So now I want to know this ID. So where is ID? It's inside your array and inside our object. Okay. So now do dollar dot nothing but the controller will come to inside here, this point. Okay. Dot nothing but one child element. You can say one child. If we do test, it won't work because dollar dot is not expected. Okay. So now let's do give you so let's check what is the element inside the first square bracket. Okay, let's do status. Status is first element now of inside this. Let's do status dollar dot status. Okay, no match because okay, status, where is status? Where is status? What is position? It's inside of this bracket or inside of this bracket. Check. Where is status? The status.
Outside the.
Inside this bracket or inside this one. We have two brackets here now. This is the array. Square bracket is the array. And this is JSON object. So it's inside the array or inside the object. Inside the see, status. Just check the line. Where the status is inside the object. So it means I need to give two dots. Dollar dot dot means I'll come to this position. If I do stat, see, unexpected character. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So now I'm getting some error. Why? Because it's an array. Okay. Just let me clear and restart. Okay. Yeah. If I do dollar status, see, What I got? Available. What means first dollar represents entire data. One dot represents it will go to one set inside here. And one more dot means nothing but it will come to inside this JSON. Where is the status, right? This line, na? You understood, right? Now dot status means it will fetch all the statuses. If you check here, we have 350 JSON objects. It means 350 pets are there, correct? Because each pet represents each JSON object, correct? Able to getting it right? JSON expression. So first dollar represents your entire data. Let's go to dollar. I got entire data. Now out of that, I want to go inside of the square bracket. Means this one. So is there any element here? There's no element, right? So if I even the dollar dot means it won't work. But now if I go to insert this element, insert the second bracket, so I'll give one more dot. So insert second element, this photograph will be accessible, right? Because it's insert square bracket only. So, I mean second curly bracket only, right? So object. So if I do dollar dot dot footer URLs, so you'll get string. And if I give name, what is the name position? It's insert this bracket only, no? If I give name, test. See, I got all the names. If I give ID, I got all the IDs. If I do category, see, I got all category JSON. This is again sub JSON. So first, do you guys know what is JSON object, JSON array, or JSON? Everyone. Otherwise, I will explain first that so that it's easy to go through this. I'm assuming you guys have idea, but just let me know. Otherwise, I'll explain first what is JSON, what is JSON object, what is JSON array. So then we can go through it. Do you guys want me to explain those things, or you guys know?
Ravi, I know what is only the JSON. I mean, it will be in API, right? It will be clear, only that much basic I know.
Okay, others?
We don't
Yeah,
know.
please explain.
Yeah. So then you could have asked these questions, right? When I said JSON object array. That's why. Don't feel anything. Whenever you're not able to understand any term, just let me at that time only. Right? Okay, let's first understand JSON. So JSON is like one of the format. JSON nothing but JavaScript object notifier. Sorry, notation. JavaScript object notation. So this is a very famous way of parsing our responses, because if you observe in the JSON, you can put any chains, any mapping, key to value, insert this. You can do any mapping and it's clearly formatted. That's why JSON is very famous. Because suppose if there is no JSON, I want to define some set, right? If I define, let's say their class is there. Okay, let's say a school. In the school, I have a classes. In the class, I have a subjects. In the subjects, I have a students. In the students, I have a marks. And the marks, I have a percentage. So there is like big set is there, right? So to define this much of big sets using simple terms is called JSON only. So what I will do first, JSON in the school. Okay. In the school JSON, I have class. In the class, I have subjects. You understand, right? So this is a very easy way to explain. So I have 10 students, 10 subjects. Now I have 10 subjects, objects here. I have 10 classes. Now I put 10 classes. So everything will be properly formatted using JSON. That's why JSON is very famous, and most of the API response you will see JSON, because in a single set you will get everything. Otherwise, if there is no JSON, how we can map? We can't map this much of things. I have some 100 elements are there. How to map 100 elements? We can't map, right? That's a JSON. So now if you observe, we have again two things here: JSON object and JSON array. And array, or you can say JSON list. Generally we say array or list. Okay. So whenever you say like this, I mean in the curly braces, right? If you see name equal to JMeter, course is online, Okay, and student details. So whenever you will be seeing curly braces and square brackets, most of the JSON. So whenever you see curly braces means, and you are starting to end, right? When the curly braces started, when the start ending is, that we call one JSON object. It's similar to JSON. But whenever you see square bracket and when you see end, that we call JSON array. Okay, so I'll tell you. See, why we have JSON arrays and a JSON object. Suppose now here I can't write name here again, because JSON will accept only unique keys. JSON will have only unique keys. If the name and course students are all defined, I can't define more. I mean, I can create a JSON, but if one run it, once you validate it, it won't work. But suppose in the students, name is common, right? Student name. Suppose in the name, let's say S1 student. And if I write, if there is no array, can I write name equal to S2 again? Can I write here? No, right? Because once you define the key already, you can't use same key again. You're getting my point now? So that's why, but we have a requirement like I want to define the student names. So now in the JSON, it can't accept the second key again. Key is nothing but this value, right? Left side. So that's where we have arrays. In the arrays, everything is possible. You can define any keys, any same names or anything. Okay, that's why one square bracket is called array, and normal curly is called JSON object. And why defining the arrays? Because you can define any unique, any duplicate keys here. Because I have 10 students. Now I have given name S3, name S3, name S4, like that. Whereas it's outside of the array, this name key is not possible because it always allow only one unique key. That's that's where JSON was designed. Okay, to understand much better now, we have JSON formatters. JSON formatters online. Show you best one. I mean, it automatically gives you object and array also. Okay, let's see now here. If you observe here, right? If you simply transform. Okay, if you observe, this is, if you see here, as I mentioned, normal array, and this is the square bracket. Either you can define like this, or you can define key value also. And if you see object here, they use a curly braces. Okay, remaining also normal, Boolean and everything. Only the array and object are the important. Okay, so let's go to our JMeter, and we have our response now. Let me put into text. If I copy this response, right, to convert into JSON, we can paste here. And if I do transform, see, it got converted. Okay, clear, right? JSON array and JSON object. Or I'll tell you one more easy way to figure this. JSON object and array formatter. If you see here, defined array. Okay, see, start with square bracket. Let's see, defined array. Okay, in this array, it has 3 arrays. So in this 3, it's 3 elements, 0, 1, 2. Okay, 0 is one object. You understood, right? In this object, again, it has two elements. One is possibility on the group members. Like this, it has these things. Understood, right? So you can use this code beautify.org. You get to know what is array or what is object. It will define what is array or object like this. Okay? It's clear now? Jason? Everyone? Clear or not
Yes.
clear? Yeah,
Yes.
clear,
Yes,
right? Yeah.
yes, Ravi.
So now what is the string? It's array or object?
Array.
Why it is array? Why it is array?
It
It's
is in the
different.
square bracket.
Square brackets, right? Yeah. So what is the entire response? It's array or object?
Object.
Object.
It's array.
Array, no, it starts with square bracket.
Brackets.
Yes.
Okay. What is this category? It's array or object?
Object.
Others? What is
Yes.
category?
Object.
Object.
It's a JSON object. Okay. Yeah. So now let's do dollar represents your entire set. If I want to go this ID, so I want to now dollar represent entire data, right? This one. So I want to go one more dot, means I'll go to access the inside of this array now. This line. And there's nothing here. So I will go one more dot. Now I'll go to inside of this object, where you now have control of this object. So I can control anything here, right? So now I want to get this name, or let me check. I want to get this name. So what is expression now? Tell me. I want to get that name. What is expression? What is expression? So first you have to go. Tell me. So first I have to go this line, right? Till category line I have to go, correct? So dot category. Category test, correct? So now what I do? Name is right? Now what I have to do? What is the next to get the name? What I have to write expression? Where is the name? Where is the name? Come on, guys. How to get that name? Got category. Now what I have to write? You didn't get expression at all? Everyone? Kind of in confusion state. See, now I got category. Now where is the name? Is inside, right? Now I'll go to category dot name. I have to go inside it, right? How to go inside? Dot only. If I do category dot name, I'll get category name. If I do category dot ID, test. Understood now? Come on,
Yes,
guys.
got it. Yeah, got it. Got it.
Yeah, category dot name only. Simple thing. Only when you hit dot means it will go inside element.
So
Okay.
instead of dot, can't we take like $dot ID directly instead of
You can do that also. If I see now we have 3 dots we have to use. Oh, okay. 3 dots not allowing. In the JMet is not allowing, but some expression you can use it. Right? Because we have key now. That's why we have to use key here. Dot category, then ID. Okay. Now tell me how to get this name. First one. Okay. Now tell me what is expression to get the name in the tags. Dollar
dot
What?
tags.
Dot.
Tags means I'll get till tags.
Time.
Okay. In the tags, I want to name, right?
Dot
What
name.
I'll do?
Dot.
Dot
Name.
name. It will work? No, na? Just think, where is the name is there? It's in array, and inside array it's again object.
Object.
Okay.
2 brackets are there, no? Simple.
Yes, yes.
Bind method. Just how many brackets are? Just how many dots? Give a dot, name, 2 brackets. So I got names.
Okay.
Okay. Now tell me the expression for this string. Dollar dot. Come on, guys. Dot. What is
String.
where is the string? It is in the first footer URLs, right? So you have to get first footer URLs. Correct. So dollar, it's how many brackets inside? 1 and 2. So give dot footer URLs. First you have to check whether footer URLs are getting or not. Test. Now we are getting, right? Now tell me.
Dot.
This is nothing but that's the only string, right?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. See, now what I did, it's an array, na? Square brackets. So if I give 0 position, you'll get a like square bracket of 0 means I want to know footer URLs of my first position. So I'm getting this string. If you remove this line, I mean, you directly given whatever we given, so we get like this. It's a array. If you see that in the square brackets. So whenever you see the output array and you want element inside that, you have to use array and your position 0. Okay. No. It's clear, right? So now let's go to in the same concept. Yeah, I want to print, or I want to print, I know ID and I want to print name of it. Okay, I want to go on condition based now. Condition based expression. Or I want to print all the names of pets which are status are available. You are getting my point now? I want to write expressions as that based on condition. Means I want to know, suppose see what is your output here? In this thing only. You got how many outputs? What's 35? But why when we're writing expression, what is our main goal? We should write expressions as that we should always get a match count 1, na? That's our goal, right? So if the requirement is there to capture everything, I will be using this one. But out of 335, I want to only 1. That's where we'll be using the conditions. Now I want to print or get anything based on any given condition. Let's say I have given name, I want to get ID, or I have given a category name, I want to get the photo also. Anything. So to do that, we have one common expression out there. Okay. So let me get that expression. Place meter, Json expression. Okay. I forgot the expression. So I'm Googling this. Yeah, it's question mark. Okay. Yeah. So this question mark will filter condition and get the current object. Okay. So let's use this. Okay. 2 dots represents, it will come to here, right? So now I'm saying if my ID equal to sure. Okay, let me test it whether working or not. Okay, yeah. So what I did is dot represent, it will come to here, right? So in this condition, in this error, what I did just simply at the rate of question mark dot ID, you can give any key and any value. It means it will give this entire set from here to here. Only this set. See, we got output only our set only. Okay, or if give ID equal to 1 to 4, 5. Let me give status equal to available. Okay. My key is status available AVAILABLE. See, I got all the outputs which are status are available. So you got 72, right? Now what is our total count here? We got some 335 current. Correct. So out of 335, 172 are status available. You understood, right? Condition now? The filtering condition. Simply nothing but question mark and at the rate of your current object. Okay, let's put our ID on. Let's put ID 125. First one, right? Let's put ID 1245. It means I got two data, correct? If you see, we got two data. Okay, now it means we have option of this one. I mean, our control is now this one. So out of this, I want to get the name. Simply give dot name. See, what is the output? I got XYZ. Understood, right? Condition-based expressions. Suppose I want to know status of, I want to know ID of status. Then, so I got status of available. So this is very, very important. So this is the way we can assert properly. Everyone clear? Just expressions. So this expression we want to help in assertion also. We have in regular expression extractor. Sorry, extractor. Right? At that time we have JSON extractor. So at that time also this will be helpful. When you're dealing with most of the APIs which are in the JSON kind of, this expression or this path should be important. Clear? Everyone?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Now let's go to our JSON assertion. So let me get comment. Sorry, not get comments. Get available, right? Right click, add assertion, JSON assertion. So additional assertion. Where is this? Here is explanation. So this is our JSON path exit. So just go to our visual tree, see, and control C here. This is what, right? I want to export the status of 1245 only, not all the requests. If I put in the response assertion, if I put available only, what happens? It will assert wherever it's available is there, it will pass it. But I want to know only my ID 1245. I want to assert that particular status only. That's where I go to here. I'll paste it. What is the expected value? Available. AVAILABLE. Okay. So now if I run the script now. Should pass, right? Let's say if I give a wrong value here, let's give, I will use old. See, failed, right? Now click on here, change it to text. It says value expected to match reg expression sold, but it did not match available. You understood right now? JSON assertion is like to assert or particular thing. Someone asked, right? Day before yesterday class. I mean, when we have email IDs, right? In this case, we have to go like this way. Condition base. Clear? JSON assertion. It's very, very important. You will be using this. An interviewer, right? Half of the questions will be on this thing only. If a point of interview, if in a project, if your project response as JSON, it's very complex, and this expressions will help you to get through it. Okay, so you have more doubts now. Just I will share this link. Just go through this link. Okay, I will ask questions on the next class on this link only. Okay, just go through this link. Just practice whatever is there. Okay, there are a lot of examples with detailed explanation. Okay, right. So we go to next component, next topic. Clear, right, Jason? Everyone is silent.
Yes.
Everyone. Ramakrishna?
Yes, yes, Ravi.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Let's go to let's see any assertions are there or not. Okay. Now, my requirement is, let's say, okay. Now let's go to web load. Okay. Let me open the web load script. Oh, it's login failed. Huh? What happened? We didn't correlated this one, no? How come we didn't correlate it? Okay, let me. Okay, let me open here. Okay, so my requirement is to test this line. Okay, I want to test my line, this line here. So how will I assert this? Anyone? How will I assert that line? You recorded, everything is there, correlation is everything is ready. Okay, our script is working and able to see this welcome touchdown and response. Now, how will you assert this line?
From the JSON, we'll take the response body. In that, we'll see where it is located. This from that, we'll take the JSON. I mean, at their JSON path.
No, the response is in HTML, not JSON. Let's say it displays login here, na? Same way it displays login, welcome touchdown one. So now how we will assert this line? Say HTML, right? What format is selected here? Select HTML, not JSON. So HTML, not JSON. So how will assert it? Come on, guys, basic question. Nerila, how will assert that line?
Need to check for login text.
Which assertion we will be using for that? Which assertion component will be using to assert this? Ramakrishna? Which assertion?
For login assertion.
So I want to just assert that.
Validating the login.
Right. So let's assume that I want to login is there or not. So how we'll do assertion in JMeter? Hey, come on, guys. Response assertion only, no? What you'll do? You'll copy this line. If there is a username, Control C. You'll go to which component? Plot by 68.8. Right click, add assertion, response assertion, add from clipboard. That's it, no? Why you guys taking this much of time? Correct? Is there anything else we need to do? See, if you guys don't understand assertion, just let me know. I will repeat again. It's very basic question, right? How we'll do assertion of login? Shweta,
Yeah.
you got it, no?
Yes.
That's what. No, whenever you want to assert anything, just copy. You go to response assertion, paste it. Tesh, you getting it now?
Yes, Ravi.
Okay. Okay. Now I have, let's say I have login test one will be there. Correct. If I copy the test one. Now this assertion will pass only when user is logged in with test one login, right? Suppose here, let me do log out. Okay, let's do it with Ravi T2. What username displays here? What is username?
Ravi T2.
Ravi T2.
If I run the script, my assertion will fail or pass. Confirm this user.
Fail.
Fail.
Why it fail? Because what
Because-
I'm asserting test one.
Yes.
But what in the response? Ravi T2.
Yes. Ravi.
So then how will do that? So what one option is you have to come here and you have to check and you have to change it. So if you assume that I'm running a script to 100 users, I have 100 username passwords, I'm running it, right? So can you come to you each and every time you can change here? No, right?
No.
No, we can't do that. So we have at that time we have this parameterization. Okay, so how we parameter username and passwords, we'll discuss in the next class. The same parameter concept also you have to use here. Okay, you have to just remember this thing when I'm telling about parameters of CSV in the next class. You have to just remind about this one. Okay, I will cover that point so you can easy to understand. Right now, there is a call with one type of requirement like let's say, okay. Let's go to our assertions. Okay, this is the one we're discussing. On which JMX we are discussing a dummy REST API. Okay, let's have one more request. Okay, add sampler HTTP request. Okay, I just pasted this new website. Okay, if I run it now, that website nothing but converts ever epoch time to your normal time. Okay, let me convert into HTML. What is epoch time? You guys have any idea? Epoch. Epoch time nothing but in our Unix, right? The default time will be calculated in this way. Okay, when we're printing the logs in the application, right? Most of the server developers will be using this format and as a timestamp. So this is nothing but epoch time and nothing but Unix timestamp. So if you convert Unix timestamp, you'll get normal time. Okay, right. So now if you see here, okay, now I want to assert the current epoch time is this value or not. What you will do? How to assert this value? How we will assert that value? I have that number is there, and I want to you guys to assert that value. How we will assert? What component we'll be using? Teshri, what component will be using to assert that value? Hello?
Yes, Ravi.
Yeah. How will assert that value? Teshri, I given this value to you, and I ask you to write as JMeter script to assert that value. So what is the component you will be using it? Teshri, you got my question?
Yes. Yeah. I got it.
Uh, Shweta?
Test response.
Shweta?
I mean, we need to select the JSON tester.
No, guys. See, just
Duration assertion.
response assertion only, no? Just copy this. What do you
But
do?
this will change, right?
No, that will discuss. Understand that. But
Okay.
no, current question is if I have this hard-coded value and this value won't change, how will you guys assert it?
Response, copy and
Copy and response assertion.
Response.
Correct?
yes.
So if I given I want conversion is there or not, how will check? Tejasvi now?
Yeah, we need to do the same here
Yeah,
also.
copy, go to response
And
assertion,
as
paste it and run it.
response.
I want to check this human is there or not. Ramakrishna, how to do that? Ramakrishna?
Yes. Copy this value and search in that.
Response assertion.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Nirila, you got it now? Nirila?
Yes, got it.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but these are all kind of static and hard-coded values. So why I pick up this website? Because if I run the second time, the value will be changing. See, now got 660. Earlier, we have 70 because time is changing, no? This value will be changing. So if I copy this value and paste it there, it work for one time, but second time it won't work. Correct. So it means we need to add our assertion dynamically. That case where we'll be using a JMeter functions. We have a JMeter functions concept where the functions will be helpful to use, assert these things dynamically. Okay, so let's say I need a function. Suppose, see what this website is doing, it's giving current time, right? So what I have to do, I also give current time on the input, correct? Then only the output of the application and what again it will match, then only script will pass. See what application doing, it's giving current time. So why we are validating it? We want to check whether real application is giving current time or not. Whether it's giving 1 hour late or whether the time is giving 1 hour fast or is giving yesterday date or is giving tomorrow date. That's what we ought to check. Correct. That's what we'll do now. Then in testers, we want to check or we want to assert why it is working or not. So it's not working, how to do. So what is giving? It is giving the current time. And we also give current time only. So what I can do, let's go to internet. Let's say I copy this value. Let's say the current time, assume that. I paste it and let's go to response assertion, add assertion, response assertion, add from clipboard. So if I run it will fail, na? Because at the time some seconds are changed. True? I can't do like this way. So I have a JMeter function where the function give the current time to me and I value the current time to our application output. So to use the JMeter function, let's go to our options, tools, sorry, where is tools, go to function helper dialog. Okay. So with the help of these functions, right, half of our JMeter coding is not required. Half of the coding is done by the function only. You simply call the function, you can use it. Okay, let's go to the function helper. In the drop down, just select for time. We're dealing with the time, right? Just to give the time. This is time. Simply click on generate copy ticket. But see what is the format you got. Right? Whatever expert server time. Same way, whenever you click on run, see it's changing the variables. See 9048 every second is changing, values are changing. 70, right? If I go to our application, yeah, it's 433, 430. Changing, right? Same way, our values will be changing. So it has, so it has some okay, it has some 8 digits or some, it has more digits. But you understand concept, right? Simply what you'll do now, come here, copy paste the value here, function. So whenever you run, it will pick up the new date, current date at the time, and it will validate a response. That's we call geometry functions. So don't worry, we'll explain thoroughly in geometry functions in entire separate class. But you should understand an assertion concept. Whenever you want to assert, whatever assert you want, you can do anything here. Assume that there is no function. So then what you have to do, you have to write a code to get a current time and we have to pass here. That's also we'll discuss. Don't worry. It's clear, right? In the assertion concept, you can do any type of assertion at any time of requirement, and it could be any application. Okay? Okay. So
Okay.
stop the recording in class. Stop.